Hello, friend. Welcome back to this video lecture on PP. Today we will continue from where we left yesterday. Today we will see the importance of machining time calculation of machining time for different lathe operations including drilling and boring. What is the importance? Why do we need to calculate the machining time? The very straightforward answer is in order to determine the machining cost of a component, which may require one or more operations to be carried out. So, machining time is directly proportional to machining cost. In order to arrive at machining cost, we need to find out machining time. There are certain variables or parameters which decides the machining time and proportionately machining cost. What are the parameters? The first and foremost parameter is length of cut or length of tool travel or workpiece travel, cutting speed or cutting velocity, cutting feed or the distance traveled, depth of cut, and number of cuts or passes. We will see length of cut. Length of cut always not equal to length of job. In some cases, the tool or workpiece needs to move still further in order to make sure that the cut is complete. For example, you cannot stop the drill bit penetrating the workpiece only up to the end of the workpiece, because the nature and shape of the tool is in V shape. In order to clear the material, the tool needs to move further for a distance, that is over travel, that allowances needs to be given. Like approach is the initial distance that needs to be included in the length of cut. For example, in shaping, the ram needs to move away from workpiece to remove the material on the workpiece material. That distance, few millimeters away from the workpiece where the machine starts, is called approach. That is very clearly indicated in the given figure. Letter A, the over travel is marked as letter O. The sum of approach, over travel and length of workpiece or job is termed as length of cut. The other important parameter is depth of cut. It is the difference between unfinished dimension and finished dimension of the job. In turning, the depth of cut is the difference between radius of bar before and after the cut. The depth of cut you cannot arbitrarily give or infinitely give, because the depth of cut depends on the workpiece material strength and tool material strength. If your machine tool is rigidly fixed and tool material is strong enough to penetrate deeper into the workpiece, you can provide up to 3 mm depth of cut for the roughing operation and 0.7 mm depth of cut for the finishing operation. This is also a tentative value that depends on rigidity of the workpiece, rigidity of the machine tool, strength of workpiece, that includes hardness, and strength of your tool material. The other parameter is cutting speed. Cutting speed is the speed at which the cutting edge of the tool passes over the job. It is denoted in terms of meters per minute in the problems. The very basic formula that we already know S equal to pi dn by 1000. Sometimes S may be replaced by capital V. In some books you would have seen capital V instead of S. Here we have chosen S to indicate it is a surface cutting speed. D is diameter of the job in millimeters. N is RPM of the spindle or sometimes job. So from the basic formula S equal to pi dn by 1000, we can arrive at cutting speed in terms of RPM. That is 1000 multiplied by S divided by pi d will give rotation speed in terms of RPM. The next important parameter is feed. It is mentioned in terms of letter small f. It is the distance that the tool travels along the work, or the work travels with respect to the tool for each revolution of the workpiece or the cutter. It is denoted in terms of millimeters per revolution. With these basic terminologies, we can arrive the measuring time as T equals to capital L by F or T equals to capital L by small f into M. Small f is feet per revolution in terms of millimeter per revolution. Capital N is rotations per minute, that is spindle speed or speed. That depends on measuring type you are using. We'll start from lathe operations. In lathe, we can carry out n number of operations ranging from turning, chamfering, facing, knurling, drilling, boring, thread cutting and other operations. Here at the end of the machining, you will get the symmetrical features. On either side of the center, you will get the same shape. So the turning, taper turning and facing operations are given schematically in the figures. First one is turning operation, second one is taper turning, third one is facing operation. Then the drilling operation is given. Boring is the enlargement of the drill hole. Knurling, make the rough surface in order to hold or grip your workpiece. External relief and thread cutting operations. We will find what is the machining time for turning operation. Turning is the process of removal of excess material in the form of chip to produce a conical shaped surface. The cutting speed can be calculated from the below formula. N equals to 1000 S by D. Measuring time equals to L by Fn. These two formulas we have already seen in the previous slides. In the case of more number of cuts or more number of passes are required, then cutting speed, spindle speed may take this formation. N equal to 1000 S by pi d average, because you cannot cut or remove the material in a single go, so you need to calculate D average, where D average is nothing but capital D plus D small d whole divided by 2. And if more number of passes are required, the machining time becomes L by F into N multiplied by number of passes P. If you consider over travel and approach, the formula will take a shape of T equals to A plus L plus O multiplied by number of passes, the whole divided by F into M. As I already told you, depth of cut cannot be an arbitrary value. There is some limitation. The limitation depends on the workpiece material strength, your tool material strength and rigidity of the machine tool setup. The tool manufacturer will give some guidelines depending upon the piece material and tool material combinations. Such a tool material and material combination, a table column is given below that represents recommended speed and feed for a selected material where the tool material is HSS. These are the tentative values. These are the guideline values. You need not pick these values directly 9 to 12 or meters per minute. Still, you can go beyond this value up to 10 to 20% depending upon the rigidity of your machine code. The next operation is facing operation. Facing is the process of removing metal from the end of workpiece to produce a flat surface. Here the length of cut becomes diameter divided by 2 for shallow shaft. Length of cut for hollow shaft is capital D by 2. So the total machining time required equals to length of cut divided by F into N. For external relief, undercutting, chamfering and knurling operation, this same formula can be used as that of turning time calculation. Rotation speed as N equal to 1000 S by pi d. Machining time equal to L by F into N. Or if more than one passes or cut is required, machining time can be L by F into N multiplied by number of passes. For thread cutting, threads can be cut on with the help of single point cutting tool. Machining time can be of L by F into N, where F is feet per revolution, that is equals to lead of the thread. Lead of the thread. Full depth of thread cannot be obtained in a single cut when cutting threads by single point cutting tool on a lathe. There are some safer tools. From that you can make as cutting in a single go, but in the case of single point cutting tool, you cannot cut the threads in a single go. For that, number of cuts can be of 25 divided by number of threads per centimeter. That is for external thread. The number of cuts equal to 32 divided by threads per centimeter for internal threads. These are the formula. These two formulas used to memorize. If threads are cut with the help of die nuts, then full depth of threads is obtained in a single cut up to 3 mm of each threads. So time for thread cutting or time for machining equals to length of cut by feet per revolution multiplied by RPM, the whole multiplied by number of cuts. Drilling, the common process which required a hole to be produced on the object by force against the workpiece. Determines drilling time. The drill must travel extra distance to complete the cut, as we discussed previously. Whereas the boring is the finishing or enlarging the internal diameter of the previously drilled hole. Machining time calculation for drilling and boring formulas are given below. The time for drilling blind holes equals to L plus 0.3D divided by F into N. Time for drilling through holes equal to L plus 0.5D divided by F into N. Through hole is a complete hole, whereas the blind hole is a partial depth. Your tool will not move beyond certain depth. That is the requirement. So where the formula becomes L plus 0.3D divided by F into N, where through holes L plus 0.5D F into N. For boring, it's the usual formula. Time taken equals to L by F into N. We will see the rest of the things in the next class. Thank you very much.